Hello, sister friends. Whoop, whoop. So excited to see you on our regular night, 7 o'clock. This has been fun. Just wait, the fun is going to keep going because we are meeting again on Saturday and again on Sunday and again on Tuesday. And then after that, I'll see you the following Tuesday. But that's okay. That's okay. We're getting a bunch in. We're going to catch up. Let's see. This is 5, so that would be 6, 7, 8. We'll be all the way through episode 8, which is more than half of season 18. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape because there will still be another week or two. Now, one of those weeks, I'm not sure what's going on because I'll be in Tennessee, but I should be able to still do my lives down there. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm thinking we should be 3/4 of the way through season 18 by the time season 19 premieres, which makes me very happy because I didn't want there to be too much of an overlap. I wanted to review and refresh and then hear back from you if you wanted to also do this for the talk back, look back, and one-on-ones. All right. So, hello everybody. Let me say hi to some people. And then we're going to get going. We are doing episode 5 today of season 18. All right. Did you all see my trailer? I ended up dropping a review of the trailer just because after I played it again for everybody at the live the other day, I just thought this is really jam-packed with a lot of information. A lot of information. So I decided to break it down. And I'm quite proud of it. I think it's one of the best videos I ever did. I don't know why. I think there's a lot of crazy editing in it because the clips were so short and I was kind of watching them and then doing the recording and then watching it and doing the recording and then I spliced it all together. And so I think when I was doing the talking, I was talking really fast. Normally I talk a little slower. So, but I think it made for a better video. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's not that long, but it's good. All right. Let me get back up. At the top of your chats, make sure you hit live chat where it says top chat. Change it to live chat. Then you'll have everything chronological. And for some reason, I can't go all the way back to the beginning on my pop-out. Oh, no. If I miss somebody, put your name in here to make another comment so I'll see you and I'll say hi to you because the first comment it lets me see was at 6:58. I know you were all on there well before that. In fact, the comment is, me too, Kathy. So clearly there were comments before that, but my pop-out chat doesn't let me see it. Okay, so we have Lynn Skinner. Hello, and thank you for being here to moderate. And Lori Carrot, if you're here too, thank you for moderating. Hello to Crystal. And happy birthday. Oh, it's Morticia's birthday. Happy birthday, Morticia. 34, 35? Let us know. Judith Berg, hello. See, I can't go back to see that Morticia said it was her birthday, but reading between the lines. Aaron C, hi. You made it to your first live. Yay! Crystal, hello. Scarlett, good to see you, Jennifer. Ruth Carroll. Raven Intuition, hey there. Lisa Hauserman, glad to see you. Pat McBride, hi. There you are, Lori Carrad. I knew you'd be here. Andrea Bevan, good to see you. Elizabeth Murphy, hello. Twinkle Toes, 1985, love it. Raven Intuition, I just like that name. Twinkle Toes is pretty cool too. Passing for Normal, good to see you again. Carol Davis, did I say hi? Ruth Carroll, hi. Lisa Owen, hello. Mary Marmolo. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it. Hi, Mary. Mary M. I'm going to call you Mary M. Polka Dot Palace. Good to see you. Kathy Ferran. Always here to bring us joy. Debbie Escobar. Hello. Marie Hickson. Ronia Forever. Carol Davis. I think I said hi. Lizzie B. Good to see you. Hello. Lizzie B's a moderator for James. Colleen Von Goss. Good to see you from Canada. My daughters want to go to Canada. They want to go to Montreal. We always did girls' trips because my husband and my son are not big travelers. So we did lots of girls' trips. And my oldest daughter just sent a text the other day saying, when are we going to do the next girls' trip? Which I'm so excited about because it's been over a year, 2 years, I think, since we did our last girls' trip. And so we're not going to schedule it until like next spring because my middle daughter's in veterinary school and this is her clinical fellowship year. So she has 12 months of every 2 weeks changing her clinical rotation to another location. So it's crazy. And but as soon as she graduates, we're gonna go. And I was so excited that because I'm like, after you guys get married, you still gonna want to do girls' trips, or like, is it gonna be the boys are coming too? Because I just love spending time with my girls. So I was very excited. My daughter said, when are we doing a girls' trip? Like, yay! So one of the suggestions they had was Montreal. Anyway, that was a long story to just say I might be in Canada. Ohio's not far from Canada, actually. Like, you can get to Niagara Falls in like 4.5 hours. We can get to Quebec in, I think, like 2.5 hours. I've never gone that way. I've always gone the Niagara Falls way because I've always gone to either Niagara Falls or Toronto, Canada. So we kind of went the Niagara Falls route. Okay, talking too much. I know I am. Sorry. Who else? Janet Ebert, hello. Tulips and Cats, hello. Aaron C, did I say hello? If not, hello. This is where names start to look familiar to me because I just kind of glanced through the chat before. Just Me, I like that name. Heather Poff, hi. Gamers Cruisin', hello. Janine Myers, hi. Shoot, if I'm forgetting people, just keep writing in the chat. And whenever I see a name that I didn't notice, Sydney Stewart, hello. I'll be sure to say hey. Davinia, hello. Crystal, hello. Crystal says, congratulations, that's amazing. Hopefully she's starting to take care of reptiles. They're highly needed in the veterinary. She likes exotics, so she is learning because you have to learn every single animal to pass the boards. It's like med school on mega steroids. In fact, her backup plan, if she couldn't get into vet schools, because like the one she got into has a 7% acceptance rate. It's crazy getting into vet schools. It's insane. There's just only like 27 of them, 28 of them in the whole United States. Whereas like med schools, I think in Ohio, we probably have 4 or 5 med schools just in Ohio alone. So it's highly competitive. And because it's so extremely hard, it's, you take med school, everything you learn in med school, endocrinology, oncology, all of the things, hematology, podiatry, all the things. And then you have to learn them for all the different animals, from fish to reptiles to primates and zoological animals, aquatic. You have to learn it all. And then dogs alone. Take just the primates. Take like a vet practice. Just the dogs. All the different breeds, they all have different problems that come along with them. This breed is known for having this problem. This breed's known for having that. I mean, it's insane. I don't know. They say something like 60% of the students don't pass the boards the first time they take it because it's so crazy, crazy hard. But she's in a really good school. So we'll see. So her plan is to do small animal practice and be open to working with exotics as well. So, okay. Janine, this is your first live. Hello. I'm so glad. Saw your name before, but I didn't see that comment. I should be clicking these. Just Me decided to, instead of watching it on TV, try out the chat. So glad you did. Welcome to the chat. The chat's pretty crazy. Crazy, crazy sister friends in this chat, so you'll enjoy. Feel free to join in at any point. Okay. Becky, we said hi to Sydney Stewart, but hello again. Judith Berg, hello again. Scarlett, Jennifer, hello again. I don't know. Debbie Escobar, hello. Oh, and hit the like button. That is right. Um, Nerdful Things Studio. Love that name. I haven't seen that before. Welcome. I don't know if you've been here before. Well, you could have been here. You just not in the chat. New vet mom here. All right. She graduated last year as an ER vet now. Still crazy hard. Best wishes on her journey ahead. Ah, that means she went through residency, didn't she? My daughter decided not to. Although probably 80% of her classes. Ohio State is highly competitive. I think they're ranked like third in the nation. So a lot of the students that are there are like really ambitious, making her more self-conscious. But they almost all her friends are going into residency for something. Some are doing the full like 6-year residency to be like a zoological animal vet. That's another 6 years, and they get paid half what a regular vet does. It's a calling. It's a calling. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I keep talking about it. Doc Karen, glad to see your channel growing. Almost 10,000 subs. I saw that today. I think people might like that trailer I put. I might have some new people that came along because of the trailer. And Doc Karen and I are getting together in Nashville. Yes, we are, along with Rhonda and we have a third person. Let me think. Belinda. So working out details, but we're all going to do Ladies Who Lunch one day and talk sister wives. And I'll probably ask them about themselves too, because I'm a curious person. Ireland, love your snark, love your perspective. Thank you. All right, I think I'm pretty much caught up. The only thing I want to review with you before we get going on season 18, episode 5, is that stay to the very end. I have a quote of the day. May not relate to anything we're talking about, but I literally have in my notes app on my phone quotes, just like random sayings or quotes, or if I hear something someone says, I type it in there. If I see something, I might cut and paste it and put it in there. And so I'm just going through them all because I figure, why just keep them all in there for myself? I might as well share. So we don't know what we're going to get or if it'll apply whatsoever, but that's at the very end. I already mentioned, click the carrot at the top, go to live chat so that everything is chronological. And I mentioned before, but in case you're late, we will be meeting again Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday. Then we're taking a whole week off. So be sure to join in on those so we all catch up together on season 18. The rules of engagement here at our chat is simply be kind to each other and keep it clean. Innuendos are fine, but no swearing. Want to keep the channel up. YouTube tech issues. Everybody keeps getting unsubscribed. Thank goodness I'm getting close to 10,000 subscribers because YouTube keeps taking people away. There's some sort of glitch that's been going on forever, apparently, before I even started the channel from what I'm watching on other content creators' YouTube videos. But some people, as many as 3 times, keep getting unsubscribed to the channel. All I can say is just keep resubscribing for me, please. I appreciate it. So just keep an eye on it when you're watching anything and check to see if you're... Other people have been here since day one, never been unsubscribed. So we don't know. We don't know what the deal is. I do have a sub channel. Really, the things on that channel that you would be interested in is Seeking Sister Wives and Welcome to Plathville. So if you follow either of those shows, go over. It's called Reality TV Breakdown. And that information will also be in the show notes below this video once it gets published. Reality TV Breakdown. We're watching Welcome to Plathville. I have a lot of people who never watched any of it and are now very excited and are all going back and starting from season 1. I think we're in season 6, so it's not like so crazy like Sister Wives. But you could just join this season if you want, because I do have one video that I made that's sort of like a who are they? And it's the Plath family. They don't live in Plathville, but it's the Plath family. So I do a kind of catch-up video if you don't want to watch seasons 1 through 5 and you just want to watch that. But everyone who's gone back and started at season 1, they're like, it's so good. So I recommend watching it. You're welcome, TLC. Even though you suck, you're welcome. I'm getting people to watch your stuff. All right. I do have another sub channel that's going to be coming soon. Huge departure. Huge departure. I just started thinking about the YouTube videos that I really enjoy watching, which is what made me start this channel, because I was like deep diving everything Sister Wives in the beginning of season 18, at the end of season 17, because it was just insane. And I was just frustrated and had nobody to talk to. So I felt like if I could listen to other people kind of share what their feelings are, most of them were pretty much in line with mine. It just made me feel better. So I thought, I'm going to do this for other people and make a channel. But the other thing I love to watch is just sort of practical everyday life kind of stuff. And sometimes just like searching for it. Like right now I'm in the process of trying to redo my whole staircase going downstairs. So I've been watching a million videos on that. So I thought, I'm going to start videotaping myself doing some of this stuff. And then writing down. So I'll look into videos like that, like how to redo your banisters, how to repaint, how to use gel stain, how to use regular stain, which is better, blah, 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 blah. Find those specific things. And then other times I'm specifically trying to say, really, is this gel stain really the best? Like, can I use this other one? Because it's half the price. So then I'll be looking into information on that. So that's all the stuff I'm going to be covering in there. Okay. Last thing is Amazon. There's also a link that'll be in the show notes down below this, and it should be on every one of my videos. At least the last, I take that back, since I started doing this. So like the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 videos that has an Amazon link. If you can click on that Amazon link before you do your Amazon shopping, I appreciate you. The link will go to the glasses that I wear, which come in all different colors. You get them in a kit. And so it'll take you to that. Or I also have a link to my Pilot G2 pens, which I love. And you can get those if you want on Amazon. But if not, that's fine. Any shopping that you do, a little bit of money gets kicked back to this channel once you go through the link. So pretty great that Amazon does that. So I thank you if you do that. It's a small way to support the channel. Doing something you were going to do anyway. It's just one extra step. Go to YouTube, go through Jenny's link first. I appreciate you if you do that. I really do. It makes me happy. And I see that people are starting to do it already. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Marie Hickson, if I didn't say hello, hello. Mama Squirrel, good to see you. And Sydney Stewart. Hi. All right. See, Sydney Stewart rehabbing her historic home. Oh, that would be amazing to do that. Yeah. Are you like living on YouTube? Like I just do. I just do. All right. Lisa Owen says that Mary's wet bar is open for business. So you all, I don't know what the drinking game is. Somehow in the chat, they always come up with the drinking game whenever Cody complains or something. Drink. Oh, goodness. Can't.
Previously on Sister.
It can't be that, because that's too crazy. That would be just too, I mean, nobody would be around by the end of the chat. All right. Just got a notification. I hit my step goal for the day. I know you're all interested, but I had to close it out. Okay. Unpause to continue watching. Are we ready? Here we go. We are doing season 18, episode 5. I'm going to do as good as I did last time. 20 minutes this time. Got everything done in 15 minutes last time. I'm working on it. I have the gift to gab, people. Here we go. We're going to have a recap for anyone who missed the last live of the previous episode.
Janelle and I decided to get a little vacation rental between Christmas and New Year's. Just having everybody in the same place again, it already feels festive.
What's that word when you're just feeling like everything's falling apart and it's bad?
Oh, yeah, that everything's falling apart and it's bad.
I'm
Jennifer.
trying really hard not to feel like it's the end of
It should be in the show notes
like it's just
under every
completely
video
hopeless.
too.
You stay.
I'm done listening to you.
I'll double check, but it should be. I try to cut and paste
No,
everything.
I'm not going to, because you're not listening.
You're not listening to me.
And I'm not going to.
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You.
If the flames are on the bridge, I'm wondering if the bridge is strong enough or if it's going to burn down.
Nice. Testing for normal. We'll take a sip of coffee every time Cody makes her sick. Maybe you might need a Pepto-Bismol or something. Ticketums.
So, Cody and I had a huge fight right before Christmas, the biggest that we maybe have ever had. And I really haven't shared that with anybody. I don't know what it means yet, but it's definitely significant. So I just haven't really spoken to anybody about it.
I do miss a big kitchen. Even that one I had, that rental, was bigger than this.
So I've been thinking I needed another piece of furniture in my apartment, but it's so small. So I started thinking, hey, Kristen used to have those bean bags. So I called her about it to see if I should buy one. And she's like, oh, I'll just give you mine. So she's bringing that gigantic bean bag from her house in Utah.
And here's Christine
That is a
rolling.
beanbag.
The
It's a
beanbag.
very big beanbag. Cody and I bought these together a while ago. I don't even like it, and Janelle loves them. So I'm going to be giving it to Janelle.
Come in. I was saying come in, but I thought, oh my gosh, you have this big thing. Okay, it's not that big. The beanbag is really big, and she has wrapped it as tight as she could to get it into the car to bring it to me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
This is not fitting in the door. I don't remember this.
You know what? Look, I know that this apartment is tiny. It's not aesthetically whatever, but I've never really been about that. I've always been about functionality and comfort instead of the aesthetic.
And she's giving all the money to her.
Honestly, Christy and I's relationship was always pretty good, but it was rocky because of the jealousy, because of the comparison. But now, with all of that removed, we're just free to be easy and hang out.
An idea. So, I live in a townhouse.
Yeah.
Well, my neighbor wants to move.
Oh, that would have been so
I
cool.
just think it would be really great if you wanted to move in on the other half of my town.
If Savannah wasn't still finishing up school, I would be like, I think I would come. Yeah. Like there's a billion thoughts going through my head right now. I'm attached here. I have a life here in Flagstaff. But part of me thinks it would be very fun to live next to Christine. I think we would have a lot of fun and a lot of adventures.
Your whole house could fit like in my living room.
I know.
And it's for
You have so
$400
much
more a
space.
month. Janelle's not going to move to Utah. She's flat out not going to move to Utah. I know that. I just feel like her living situation is just really, really hard. I know it's hard for her emotionally with Cody and everything. And I've just felt so much freedom in Utah, and I love it so much. And I would really like to see her happy again. I'm just saying.
I mean, I've thought about Salt Lake. Sometimes I'm like, I see that there's a lot of people I used to know there, and I don't know if that
There are still some
counts.
people there now that you know as well.
In plural marriage, sometimes when a husband and a wife no longer get along, because we're not really keen on divorce. It takes a lot to get we call it a release. So it's not like I'm going to get a release overnight if I want to, depending on what happens with Cody. I don't know. But I've thought about, well, maybe I could just move back to Utah
What if she
because
did
I could
that?
plug into a church or a religious community. But again, it's that dichotomy. I'm so attached here in Flagstaff. So I don't know.
I wonder what
I've
she's
talked to Cody
attached to
one time
besides her
just
kids.
this last couple of days. And
Really? How was that? Because that's been since Christmas, right? You didn't talk to me about it.
I know that Cody and the boys had a fallout. I know that Cody did not see the boys over Christmas because of it. But because of that, apparently, he didn't see Savannah either over Christmas.
Did she?
no, I don't think he's talked to you, right, Savannah?
No, he hasn't spoken to me since my birthday.
Since your birthday? Savannah's birthday is the beginning of December. And it's middle of January. He lives half an hour away. He comes into town. It's just this pattern that he has. Why are they still living here? Why? Why stay in this? Oh my God.
I can relate to her when she gets to that point where she just is like,
I'm so mad and so furious at this whole situation.
I can imagine.
I don't think he understands how
No.
easy it would be to fix this.
He
All he
doesn't.
needs to do is, God, see his kids, make phone. Oh my gosh, it's just.
Christine and Janelle
kind of banded together with this whole thing that basically shattered my world. And I'm in a place where I've been separated from my children because they kicked me out of my home or the space that I had with those children. I haven't had the emotional fortitude to be able to reach out, not even knowing what to do or say. And the phone goes both ways. The kids can always call me.
Work.
I'll reach out to Savannah and I'll bring her Christmas. It'll be late, but eventually that'll happen.
I mean, it's been
How are you doing?
6 weeks. Well,
don't
2
know.
weeks since Christmas.
I don't know. I'm angry at him mostly. And I was really sad because, it's my dad, but now I'm just angry at him.
And no communication over Christmas or anything.
No gifts, no nothing.
Nothing for Christmas. That's what floored me the most. Look, I get that you're busy or whatever, but it's Christmas.
Divorce.
He didn't even send a gift home with Truly, Isabel, and McKelty back to the vacation rental for Savannah. Nothing.
I think he's just in a hard spot. I don't know what to do, and I'm sorry. Oh, if Savannah wasn't here, I would not be as in control. I'm so frustrated and so mad. I don't care if he's mad. When you're a dad, and you step up.
Now, I've had a couple conversations with him just on the phone and stuff. But it just does seem very different. I think it just seems really different. I don't think it's something that's
like something switched all of a sudden.
You just have to think it's going to switch back then.
I hope so. I hope so too.
I just remember what it was like for so long being married to him and not feeling any hope and not feeling like, oh God. I just don't like it seeing it happen to Janelle. I just don't like it seeing like, oh God. And Savannah's feel like this. My kids felt neglected for years. It's just happening all over again. Is he going to leave everybody but Robin?
Foreshadowing.
I don't want him to come move back in like nothing.
Is he gonna leave everyone but Robin? She's being hyperbolic there. And yet, he left everyone but Robin. All right. Few things that stand out. Just the fact that Janelle said she can't move because of all the things that are tying her down. Now, I know that a bunch of her kids live there. So I'm guessing those are the bunch of things, and the fact she still owns property on Coyote Pass. I just wonder if there's anything else. Like, does Janelle have this secret society of people she does things with and all that we don't know about? I don't know. I would love to know though. But I also love the fact that she feels like she has roots there. And I'm even more happy that she ripped the roots out and left and went to North Carolina. Okay. Cody's saying Janelle and Christine banded together against him. And they essentially both kicked him out of his house. Or the place where I can see my kids. Yeah. The only place you can see your kids, you cannot see them out in the sunlight. I mean, they'll melt, right? Can't go for a walk with them. Can't pick them up and take them to lunch. Can't pick up the phone and call them and say, come on over here, or I'm going to pick you up and bring you back to my house and we're going to have dinner here, or a campfire, something. Can't do it. Can't do it. Because they said he can't spend the night in their homes anymore. Cuts off the kids. He would have completely cut Truly off too. You know that. Christine is really pushing for her kids to maintain a relationship with him. I think that's how those girls ended up over there. I think she just said, all these girls are in town. Do you want them to come over? I think they didn't invite themselves. I think Christine invited them over to his house so that Truly had time to spend with her siblings over there because she's the closest in age to Solomon and Ari. And that might be why it looks so awkward too. I don't know. You know that Robin wasn't thrilled because when she found out they were coming over, she knew that they had to buy him all a Christmas present, which meant she had to buy all of her kids each 5 more presents. Okay. I don't have the emotional fortitude to reach out. Uh-huh. The emotional fortitude. His wives just said, you can't sleep here anymore. And because of that, he doesn't have the emotional fortitude to reach out and have a relationship with his kids. These things don't make sense. These excuses are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. These two things don't go together. I'm sorry. One of these things is not like the other. Okay. Oh, and then the famous line, the phone works both ways. It's the word. I am trying to think if there is ever a time that this man has taken responsibility for anything. And I don't think he has. I saw one scene today in an older episode where the wife specifically said, so it's right, my way of doing it worked out best. So I was right. And he gave in and said, yes, they were right. He never said he was wrong. And if you pushed him to try to say he was wrong, he probably would say, no, I wasn't wrong. I think my idea was a great one too, but yours worked out fine. Can't admit he's wrong. This man has issues. Major issues. All right. Lynn is drinking. Okay. Not sure what the drinking game is, but drink up. The rest of us, we can all drink up too. Mine is raspberry iced tea. Living on the edge. All right. I think Christine arranged for her girls to go over. This is how I think it went down. Because Christine kind of plans and organizes everything when she comes down there because that's when they do the shooting, and because she's not living there, I think ahead of time she's like, okay, when do you want to have Truly? When should I pick her up? When should I drop her off? And I'm sure Christine had that all organized with them because Cody is so incredibly scatterbrained that she's like, let's get our ducks in order before we get there so that we don't spend time down in Flagstaff and she doesn't see you at all because you're so flighty and going all over the place. So I think she nails down with Cody, when am I bringing Truly to your house and when am I picking her up? Because Truly doesn't spend the night over there because, I don't know, I think she's scared of her father, in my opinion. So since the other girls were in town too, I think she said, well, Truly, after Christmas is going to be in town, but so are the other kids because we're going to be at this, going to this Airbnb and the other girls will be there as well. Would you like them to come as well? And he said yes. I think that's how it went. So I think it was planned ahead of time. Peyton was clearly at that time was not liking his father. So she probably didn't even offer for Peyton. He probably didn't even know Peyton was in town because Christine knew that Peyton wouldn't want to go. So he just was out of the equation. So she was planning on taking him. So when she got down there, she's like, why don't you have Savannah? Again, this is in my mind. This is how I'm scripting how I would imagine based on their characters and how everything has gone up until now. So I think they got down to the Airbnb and Christine said, well, now the kids are going to go and they're going to visit. And then Cody said that they would spend the night, which Truly did too, but all her sisters were there as well. And maybe that was part of it. Maybe Cody wanted Truly to spend the night. And so Christine's like, well, the only way she's gonna is if I send over the other girls too. I'm not sure. But at that point, McKelty was really good friends with Cody. Well, good friends. I mean, she's his daughter. But I mean, they were getting along and she was kind of playing the I can be friends with everybody card. So I think maybe McKelty was also planning on just kind of going to see, and they kind of rallied the rest of the girls to go and spend the night as well. Although, didn't McKelty come with, I can't think of her name, but her daughter? It doesn't matter. I thought she brought her daughter with her. And that would be weird if she went and then spent the night there, because that's hard to do with a child that age. A lot of paraphernalia goes along with that. So anyway, I don't know. I'm digressing now. But I think that they were all planning on going, and Janelle said, no, he never reached out and said, have Savannah come too. So it didn't happen. That's what I think happened. Because I think Janelle is so hurt right now, so incredibly hurt. And Christine just assumed that Savannah was just going to join in and come along. And so it was kind of no big deal. And then Christine didn't find out until she got down there how Cody hasn't spoken to her in a month and a half. But it's probably been about at least 3 weeks since Christmas. Because if it's 2 weeks into January, and there's about a week after Christmas before January. So it's been a month and since Christmas, and he hasn't contacted her. So, I mean, I could see that. If I were in Janelle's shoes too, I would say, no, I'm not sending her over there. I don't even know what's going on over there. Like, who knows? That man could be going off the deep end for all I know. And if he wanted her, he could have been calling her all this time. I am not going to be the one to initiate this, because I'm sure Janelle's like, I always have to be the one. I always have to be contrite. I always have to apologize. I always have to say it's my fault. I always have to initiate everything because he's so scatterbrained and all over the place. And I'm sure Janelle's just like, done. I think this fight, coupled with the way he was treating her boys prior to the fight, and then now how he's treating Savannah, this was the end of it. Which is amazing that he's going to try to grovel back next season. Somebody wrote in the comments at one point, I saw them say they think that it's all Robin pushing him to try to reconnect with Janelle. Because Janelle was such a vital part of Christine was a vital part too, really. But that was more the social vital part, where Janelle made a bunch of money, organized the money, and gave all her money to Robin. Lived like a pauper so that Robin could live in the mansion on the hill. Like, it's straight out of a storybook, isn't it? You wouldn't believe it if somebody told you, like, well, that wouldn't really happen in real life. Only in Disney movies. But no. We have the evil villain. We have the evil stepmother. I mean, this is straight out of Disney. All right. Yes, they really love their father. That's true. Yep. Marie, the kids serve to, are these showing up on my screen? I am clicking on these chats and you are not seeing them, are you? Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. Why not? Oh, I think that's why. No, that didn't do it. Well, dang it. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds to click a few things, and then I'll try to get it up here for you guys. All right. Back to square one. Let me go to the live, go to overlay. Copy that. Go to browser. Cancel. Go to this browser. Unlock. Go to this browser. Paste. Oh, it is a different URL. Interesting. Okay. It's my fault, guys. I tried to do all of this stuff at the end of the last live. And so I got the URL and everything, but it must change every day. Okay. So now I need to go to filters. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to try one other thing. Close that. Throw it away. Yes, I apologize. Discuss amongst yourselves. Keep it going. Keep chatting. Chat away. My bad. It's me trying to be clever. Browser. Okay. 1920. 1080. Okay. Add a filter. Let me just click on something to see if it's working. Yes. Okay, let me get rid of that black box. Filter. And a Luma key. This is why I tried to do it like the night I was done, because I was all pumped up from talking to all you guys. I'm like, God, I might as well just get this all set up for the next chat. Okay. My apologies. If ever you hear click, 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 although I don't know, I put my background filter really, really high, so you might not hear the clicking. Just let me know. Is the chat going to be on the screen today, Jenny? Okay. Yeah, I want them to just hug and make up. I mean, they don't have to be besties. They never were besties. I just want them to be superficial, fun friends. One, because I think it just would be good for all of them, because being happy, it just makes for a better life than being bitter. And two, a little bit of revenge for Robin to see the three of them together having a good time. Robin and Cody, drive them crazy. Drive them crazy. I love it. Limp celery. Like a celery. Y'all, your celery jokes are starting now. Love it. Cody's the banana that nobody wants. Flaccid celery. Oh. Probably Dayton. Knife in the kidneys, new seltzer. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. You have to moderate. Somebody be the 100th like. Oh, where are we on likes? This is the most concurrent for viewers we've ever had. 357 at one time. Y'all are awesome. I don't know where we are in likes because my screens are different from your screen. But keep hitting the like if you haven't yet. It's the only thing in life still free. Okay. Mary hit the like it entry because she knows it's going to be good. That's funny. All right. Here we go. Celery and lemons. That is Cody's diet. I think he was trying to lose a whole bunch of weight there for a time. And so he was just living on just protein and vegetables. But then he shows up at the reunion with his face all puffy. I don't know what that was about. I mean, maybe he tried to go get like injections or something to look younger and it just made him look scary. I'm not sure what was going on. Becky H, wow, welcome. Okay, we are going to continue on. For those of you who are following along on TLC Go or possibly in your own, maybe it's the same time on TLC.com, not sure. We are starting at 8:49. Volume up. And let's go.
So Robin's coming over today. I think she just wanted to chat a little bit. We just got through the holidays and it was our first holidays since Christine had left. And I think we're just gonna chit chat about that.
I don't know how ironic
Oh, how are you?
people realize it is
Hey,
Robin
how are
driving
you?
up, just telling Mary, good job working,
Okay.
keep going, work it.
Sort of. Christmas was crazy.
I'll never
You
shovel
know,
a driveway.
Christmas was tragic for me. I feel
Oh,
like
for me.
Cody
Christmas
could
was
have worked this
tragic
out
for
with the
me.
boys, and we could have gotten together.
For me.
There was this text chain that happened last year before Christmas. It was about the kids getting together, exchanging gifts and everything. And there was a lot that happened on the text chain. A lot. The end of all of it, Robin just said, I'm done with this. And obviously it's an effort and futility. And then we heard a couple of days later that she and Cody decided that they weren't safe anymore doing the sibling exchange. I wanted them at my house. I wanted to spend Christmas together, but I didn't want to watch a fight go down between Cody and the boys. I didn't think that would be fair to anybody. The reason we didn't get together for Christmas is because at the end of that text chain, there was an obvious division. So it's like, okay, let's just be honest where we're at. That was an obvious separation.
And then Isabel and Truly and McKelty came over.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and so that Cody could do some Christmas with them.
I didn't even know Isabel was in town.
Really? Yeah. And there's not a lot of communication.
Whose fault's that, Robin? You know that Mary and
Anyway,
Isabel were close.
It stings. It's sad. It's hurtful. I don't honestly know why Robin's really telling me this.
To hurt
I
you.
felt like I was just kind of like going with what everybody else wanted.
Not your fault.
It was weird, really, really weird.
It's not your fault. Not Cody's fault, not your fault.
It's hard
Somebody's
because I'm
fault,
sitting here
not their
talking
fault.
to her, and I thought she knew about it, and I felt really bad. But it's frustrating because I couldn't control it. Didn't get to decide. So
Mary and I have an amicable relationship, but we're not functioning like a married couple. I visit with her once in a while. I don't know, I sometimes feel like we're just better friends than we are a married couple.
Well,
I'm just
surely
sitting
you
here
haven't
trying to
like
understand it. Like I'm trying to
slept
digest.
with her in over a
Like I'm
decade.
trying to understand why with Christine.
You are just
leaving. I'm
friends.
trying to understand why with the decisions that were made through COVID. Like what is this? This isn't our family.
No, it's not.
This isn't the people that I know.
You know, Cody says, well, COVID has just revealed the real us. I'm like, oh, so the 30 years prior to that was all just big lie. I mean,
I don't know. Like
That's
you
what-
tell me. I've only been here for part of it. You know, when I came into the family, I saw like what I thought was a fairly cohesive family. Sure, there was issues, but like they talk like it was so bad, and I'm like, well, I didn't see that, so I'm
didn't see that.
confused.
I'm so confused.
I'm trying to understand. Like he's talking about years and years ago, there was issues with Christine from the very beginning.
Christine.
well,
It's always
if you're going to say
Christine.
that, you're going to say there's issues with me from the very beginning, and look at
Yeah.
where he and I are. You know what I mean? Not one of us is perfect. In those early years, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of hiccups. There's a lot of emotions. And I think we did not too shabby of a job.
I agree. Everything
We
was
made
good
it work
before
because
Robin.
We loved the idea of our family. We loved the idea of our family. We loved the idea of 4 adults raising all these kids together as brothers and sisters. And we really focused on the big family unit.
When we went public and there was a lot of pressure on the family and there was a new relationship and it was all shiny and new, it never really settled the same way as what we had done for the first 15, 16, 17 years of our marriage.
We kept trying and kept trying and kept trying and just yearning for that family unit. But it just felt different.
So as far as your marriage, I don't know. I really just don't know. There's a lot. I've decided there's a
Back at
lot
Janelle's
of things.
place.
If we're going to have to remake everything, there's a lot of things that would have to be. I'm not even sure I'm really interested.
Like you're over like your marriage with him right now.
Yeah, but then when I talk to him, I'm like, oh, I sort of remember the old Cody, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
All I can say is I just know I'm not going back to what we had before. I realized that I kind of coasted over a lot of things that were problematic for me. Like my children feel like there was so much favoritism and so much inequality in time and resources towards Robin. And I was always fine with it. I was really fine. But now going back into a relationship, starting new, I wouldn't do that. I would want to feel like we were truly more of a couple.
So many of the family members are trying to act like COVID, the experience we've had with COVID, like some kind of favoritism I've given Robin, time I've spent with Robin, has been the past 10 years. And that's just a lie. That's just a self-deception.
The videotapes
Until
are all
COVID
lies
happened,
too.
I was regular with my
Actors
schedule.
dressing
I was
up as
seeing my
Brown family members.
Everything
As you,
was
Cody.
intact.
I still have my religious beliefs, so I can't just say, okay, well, I'm gonna go find somebody else because that doesn't really work for me.
Do you still believe like plural marriage would be something that you believe in and would want to live in everything?
I definitely would be open to it.
I mean, frankly, I am who I am today because I did live plural marriage. And people that still live polygamy, I I honor their choices, but I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around why.
Because I don't really believe I could have a divorce unless, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, at this point, Cody and I are separate. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. To me, I think that pretty much means we're separated, but I don't know. We've never actually said the words. But I mean, we're technically undefined. We're probably still married.
Don't worry about you now.
He
You're
is
not.
impl-
You're not. He ruined that. Don't worry. Not married. All right. What was said here? Oh, it starts with the best line, doesn't it? Robin says, Christmas was really tragic for me. For you. She gets on the text chain. She blows it up, and then she says, my kids aren't participating in it anymore. Not helping the fact that Cody's already on edge with the boys. And it was tragic for her. She didn't say it was tragic for the family, or this was just a tragic year, implying everybody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was tragic for Robin. All about Robin. Okay. And it was days later that the text was sent, probably by Cody, where Cody and Robin decided that it wasn't safe for their kids to participate anymore. Such a mean thing to say, that literally the kids doing a gift exchange was going to be an unsafe environment. Boy, they misuse that word. So that people who are truly in unsafe situations, it's meaningless. It's become meaningless. Like we have to come up with a new word because the Brown family has ruined it. The two of them are the worst, but really everyone in the family uses it. Christine uses it too. Robin says that Isabel coming over was not her fault. She didn't know. She didn't make the decision. She didn't, she couldn't give a text to Mary, by the way. Isabel's coming over. The only thing that does make sense, who was it that said it? Was it Mary? Somebody said it could be that McKelty, because McKelty at that time, and maybe still now, not a fan of Mary. So McKelty might have said, well, if Mary's coming over, I'm not going to come over with your grandchild. And so they're like, we don't need to have Mary over here. We haven't seen Mary in ages anyway. It's fine. And we saw her on Christmas Day. That's like more than we've seen her in the past 6 months. So yeah, we don't have to have her come over. So that's a very good possibility. Or it could just be Cody's just like, no, we don't need to do that. Like, it was awkward enough having her over here on Christmas. I don't need to have her over again. This is fine. This is just about the girls getting together. That could be too. Either way, Robin knew about it. Robin did not call or send a text. And let's just pretend that Cody didn't tell Robin anything about this, which doesn't make any sense because she had all the presents under the tree for all the girls and all the extra presents for her kids because they can't sit and watch other people open presents. Boy, they must be a nightmare going to a friend's birthday party and realizing they're not going to open any presents themselves. They couldn't watch the girls open presents, so Robin had to buy them all the same amount of presents that she was giving all the rest of the girls. Okay. So she definitely knew about it. But let's just say she did it that day and ran out and got a whole bunch of presents and then wrapped them all. Still, after they arrived, she could have sent a text. Guess who's over here? Stop by for a little bit. Or the next day since they spent the night. That would have still hurt Mary to find out that they were there the day before and they spent the night and she didn't know anything about that. But at least she could go because I know her and Isabel were always close. A lot of people said in my comments on my review of the trailer that they think the girl is Isabel who's sitting on the couch. About 50%. The other 50% said it is Christine that's on the couch. And then somebody said, no, it's the person that was at the... Oh, they even wrote the season in the episode. And I went and looked it up right away. I didn't even finish reading the comments because I was like, oh, I have to see what they're talking about. I think it is that lady. There was a lady who looks just like that, had a thinner face, because Isabel has a really round face. Like, I think Isabel right now looks just like Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, she could be a stand-in. When she was all made up for the wedding, I was just like, whoa, she looked just like Gwyneth Paltrow to me. Very roundish kind of face. Beautiful round cherry apple face. Kind of all the girls have that kind of face. None of them have like a really thin, narrow face. And this girl seemed to. Now, again, it was sideways, but when somebody said that's the person that was at the ceremony for, it was after the adoption. It was the adoption episode. And then they had the big party afterwards, and there were a bunch of people there. When the girls gave Mary her gift, and you may have seen her other times, but at the time I was like getting ready to do this live, so I was just quickly looking at it on my laptop. I was doing other things. I'm like, there she is. She was standing next to Mary at that point when the girls gave Mary a gift, kind of thanking her for divorcing their dad so that their mom could marry their dad. And the lady right there looks just like her. Really light, thinner face. She may have even had lipstick on at the time. I just looked at it and went, yeah, I think that's her. So we'll see. I don't know. I think whoever wrote that, only one person said that. I don't remember who it was because I like instantly went, what? But then I looked at the time and I had to get going. So I'm like carrying my laptop around going, where is this? I think that's who it is. Okay. You heard it here first. It's somebody who was standing next to Mary, so I think it may have been one of Mary's friends. That makes sense. Okay. Robin's snark is vicious. Yes. What else do we have here? Cody's saying, I visit Mary once in a while. According to Mary, they only have one date a year on their anniversary. And that's when she calls to remind him. And then he had to say, oh, yeah, happy anniversary. I'm not sure if I can go out with you. I don't know. I have to check with Robin. See if I have to watch the kids. Who wears the pants in that family? Oh, my goodness. And then her whole, I don't know. I just thought this was a fairly cohesive family. I don't know. Since the beginning, what's going on? She in the book, everyone in the book talks about how, well, Mary and her both acknowledge that Mary and Cody were in therapy before Robin married into the family, because after she kind of said, hey, why don't you start dating this Robin girl? She regretted it. And she didn't like it as soon as they actually started going on dates and spending time together. Now Mary wasn't part of the equation because Cody made it seem like it was all their big secret. The three of them are in on this. And isn't this funny? And then the girls are laughing because Robin wanted to get in the family and Mary wanted to have a good friend. And at that point, Christine and Janelle were close. So she just wanted to have a buddy. And I'm sure Cody was feeding into that. Yes, you need to have a buddy. Let's find somebody else in this so you have somebody to talk to too. So I think that's how it all went down. And then Robin was very aware that all of a sudden Mary got cold feet. Well, she's nervous about the fact that if she gets cold feet, this is off. The other two wives aren't going to be like, no, we really want her here. So not only did Mary go to therapy with Cody to try to work through this so that Robin could come in the family, Robin went to therapy with Mary to discuss these situations and the jealousy and the uneasiness and how her relationship was not good with Cody and how she was struggling with the other one. All of that came out in therapy. And then now, flat out lies. I had no idea there were any problems before. I mean, after I was married into the family, you had normal problems, but I didn't know they were therapy because of you. Oh my goodness. Ridiculous. And yes, I don't remember who wrote it. Somebody wrote in the chat that Robin knew that Mary wanted to see Isabel because Mary wanted the whole family to come to her house for Christmas Eve. And then we saw on the episode in the last live that Robin's like, oh, no. Do you think that's a good idea? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good time, like, for the boys to get together without having a conversation first. I'm so angry. All right, let me look at a couple things in the chat and we'll continue on. Somebody thinks that Cody chews tobacco in his cameos. Very possibly. I don't doubt it. You could give a night school class and snark. All right. Throwing mud with a little bit of a smile. And just pointing out truths. That's it. Just pointing out truths. Cody's making us all want to drink. Yeah. All right. Well, that's true, Davinia. She always has to have all the scoop. She probably encouraged herself to get in on that. Which means she even more so knew what was going on. Yeah. Cody wants Janelle to take over the money again. That's right. There's no way. He's like, I can't add 2 + 2. How are we going to do it? Our taxes? The taxes should be easy now. It's a normal family. You, wife, kids, you don't have to worry about the other ones. Oh, my goodness. Cody doesn't want to have a conversation. And that's right, Kathy. Cody doesn't want to have a conversation. He just wants to braid him to death until they say he's right. Yeah, conversation. Janelle knows. Janelle said it. What kind of conversation can they possibly have that he's going to be like, okay, everything's all right, unless it ends with them apologizing? He says he doesn't want an apology. And yet, then what's the conversation for? Yes. I actually, Birdie K, I clipped this clip and I have it in a folder on my desktop about the manipulation of Mary that Cody has done. And yeah, all of a sudden, after him completely cutting her off, he's like all lovey. And we know now from what Mary said in season 18 that he told her then, this is the beginning of our new relationship, implying we're starting over if you move the Coyote Pass. Buy in with us because we need the sale of your house. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Some people are saying that Robin's photo now looks like a picture of Cody's mom when she had dark hair. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Mary caved to Robin far too many times. Over and over and over again. Yes. I wish Mary would just spill the beans here. Jen. I think you meant Jen. Jen, typo. Jen said that Cody wrote poetry letters. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that too. All of his, I never loved her. She got a box of stuff that she kept from everything that he wrote to her. And we saw it on the show. Yeah. Mary and Janelle both feel like they need the church. They've left the church and they have no legal connection to Cody, yet they still feel like, what did Janelle call it? She needed a release? Kind of an odd word. She needed a release from the church. So if that's what they needed, I hope they went and got it. Because, of course, whoever is they're gonna grant it right away and say, yes, I was waiting for you to come a decade ago. Oh my goodness. Imagine the poetry Cody would have written. Yes. The verbiage, I bet it's hysterical. Okay, we're gonna continue on now. Season 18, episode 5. We're at 1616. Here we go.
It's weird because Cody was like,
Hold on. Oh, that's right.
On Max.
I don't know. It's weird because Cody was like,
He was so attentive, like
To
Christine.
Christine. Okay.
One of the early Christmases that she was in the family, like we were sitting there and he was pulling out all these gifts. All the presents were done and he had given Christine this and Christine this and Christine this, which was great. He made her feel really special, I'm sure. Nothing for me. Not one gift. I remember at the end, Janelle was like, "Oh, there's something in my room." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And so he runs out and he grabs this hoodie and he just hands it to me. You know, too little, too late. Cody, come on, you didn't do well that year. Not for me, anyway.
I don't remember that, but that's sort of a place where sometimes resentments build.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
there was a Christmas in Wyoming where I got tons of presents from Cody, and he didn't get Mary anything. And I remember asking him, and I'm like, why didn't you get Mary anything? And he's like, well, you had that gift certificate that you were giving her. And I'm like, that doesn't mean that you don't get her anything. You still need to get her something. She's your wife. Okay, I have a secret.
You have a secret? It was before you came in the picture.
Yeah.
And he was always like, because Cody and I, our relationship has always been so like a really fun roller coaster. You know, and I remember there was a time where it wasn't so good, and he kept telling me, "You're getting all this extra time. You're like, I'm with you all the time, and I'm with you more than I am Janelle or Christine, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, I don't see it. So I literally started keeping track, not of where he was,
Right.
but
Just
when he was with me.
you.
And I was less than a third. The only thing it did, honestly, was prove to me that I was right and made me more mad at him.
Well, that's really funny that you have that secret because I have the same one.
Ugh.
Do tell.
It was only like there was like a month or two in Vegas
Uh-huh.
where Christine was saying he was never spending time at her house. And I remember kind of going, this is really weird. I feel like he's just really not been here. And so I started tracking it. And
Lies.
yeah, I found the same thing that
Nope.
he wasn't with me as much.
I took a month where I was with Christine in Las
That
Vegas.
month when he
I stayed in
intentionally
her house
did.
like 25 days out of the month. I had 3 other wives complaining, but she quit complaining.
Of
And
course.
I said, I'm just testing something, but I want to see if this person's going to be happy. And it worked. It's like
Yeah.
literally the other wives got 1 day, 2 days out of a month. It was ridiculous.
Ah,
There was definitely
So
a month
dumb.
where Cody was with me more. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to finally balance out his schedule. This is going to be super awesome. And then it went right back to where we really didn't see him that often. And it was only in the evenings. He just preferred to be over at Robin's house the rest of the time for 1 month. I got him as much as Robin got him the rest of the time, the rest of the 59 months. Because he was not at Janelle's house either. And we all know he wasn't at Mary's house.
I think there is a tendency for wives to not see what I'm doing for them, but very much to see what I'm doing for somebody else. There's this comparison thing, and it's just the death of joy.
I don't know. It's weird when I've heard that, like the whole he's not here thing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, he's usually really good about his schedule.
You know, I think once we moved to Vegas and we were all in separate homes, it was harder for Cody to move around. And I think the time became very unequal there. That's kind of where it started. He'd be at our houses, but like the majority of his time, he was often at Robin's house.
So when we were in Las Vegas, Robin gave me an office space and a space for my car. If I was in the garage or if I was working in the office, I wasn't with Robin. I
ah,
wasn't with Robin all the time, but it's somehow in their heads. They've created
That's
this
his
world
excuse.
in the past where I was with Robin all the time.
Always
And
an
that's not true.
excuse.
Because I shared my time equally with my wives.
They don't know what's going on at my house. It was always this assumption that was just like, what exactly? It was an assumption. My kids struggled like crazy, feeling like Cody wasn't around.
Oh,
They talked about it all the time. They talked about how he was so busy with the older kids. He'd come over like at 5 or 6 in the evening, and he'd come and spend time. Even on the weekends, he would only be there at 5 or 6 in the evening. She knew that Cody was over at her house more than anybody else's.
She's a liar.
I'm not going to trust someone who says they want family,
Yeah.
yet they are fine with Cody only being at their house. That's not a family. That's monogamy.
Mm-hmm. Brittany, not Brittany.
I always thought that she would eventually open herself to a relationship with me, figure that stuff out, figure out whatever her issue was.
Whatever her
I tried
issue.
very hard to be kind with her. I was constantly holding out an olive branch to Christine, constantly wanting the relationship, constantly like trying to ask her, what can I do? And all she ever told me was, I'm just jealous of you.
That's all she said.
There's so many times where Christine and I have had so much fun, and I feel like we really did have the potential.
I don't know. I think Christine was always faking it. Trying.
Just having a great relationship. And I just never understood why we couldn't. And I just don't know how to come to terms with the heartbreak of it.
Is it just jealousy? I don't know.
If it is, I don't know it. And I would love to know what it was.
So in Vegas, we all did counseling sessions together, all the adults. And at the therapy sessions, I was very direct. And I said specifically, the problem is that he prefers Robin and prefers being in Robin's house more than anywhere else. She would just deny it. And she'd just be like, he's not here. And he'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm over at your house equally. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. If it bothered her that she didn't have a relationship with me, she should have said, hey, why don't we have a relationship? Can we be friends? But I want you to know, I would have rejected her friendship anyway, to be completely honest with you. If Robin approached me and wanted to be friends, I would have not been friends still because I couldn't trust her.
I just think I want to live separately right now and just be amiable, and let's see what happens.
So you itemizing everything, and just because that's what we did, we sat down and I said, are we ever going to have this and this and this again? And he's like, no, unless you become a better sister wife. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm not
Why does
buying
that?
that. I'm not
sorry.
buying.
No.
He has implied that I need to be a better sister wife, always to Robin. Robin's always the implied person. There was a conversation I had with Robin. It was a couple months before they bought the house that they're in now.
I lost my rental. They were selling the house. I was looking for another rental, and Cody was pushing me to buy, and I was really mad about it.
I really felt like it would materially hurt our ability to pay off the property in a timely manner. And I was just kind of talking to her, and it was not confrontational.
When Cody and I were fighting about it, I told him that she was struggling with it as well as I was. I basically said, we are both struggling with this. I just was trying to get Cody to listen to the argument.
So he started throwing out this conversation I had with Robin a year and a half before as ammunition to tell me that I was being unreasonable and I was being pushy and I was being mean. And here he is somehow knowing about this conversation. And I'm like, oh, I see the way that this goes now. Because I'm sorry, plural marriage doesn't require that you're all always best friends with your sister wife.
No, I know. And
So I think we need to get over this. So if that's a requisite, then I know it's over.
Yeah. I was a great sister wife to Janelle. Mary, not so much. But I don't think he cares about Mary. He's basically saying, because you're not the best sister wife with Robin, I'm not interested in having a relationship with you. Who had a great relationship with Robin for years, yet he wasn't attracted to her? Oh, yeah, that'd be Mary. He's full of I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
I wanted Christine to be better to everybody and about everybody. There was a lot of complaining about the whole experience
Talk a
of
lot
plural
about
marriage.
Christine.
And somehow or another,
That's
now
the
she's
drinking
morphed
game.
into Robin.
Take
It
a
wasn't
drink
ever
every
really
time
about
Cody
Robin.
mentions Christine.
It was about her whole experience in plural marriage with other wives.
Okay. Well, let me know if you need anything, like living on the other half of a...
If there was no ties here, I would consider.
I feel bad for even suggesting Janelle to move to Utah right now. Just, she has enough on her plate with not even knowing what's happening with her and Cody. She loves him still. She loves him. See you later. All right. See you. Bye. I don't think Cody's going to change. I think that Cody is going to constantly be running around Robin in her life for the rest of his life. And I don't think he has any room for Janelle in that life.
I agree. That's an unbelievable. I'm glad we're watching this again so that we can all catch up on the craziness. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You love how Robin kept saying constantly. I was constantly trying to talk to Christine and constantly work things out. Her hyperbolic speech is just proof that none of it's true. It's like people who talk like that are trying to cover for something. Let me overcompensate with my language because what I'm saying, none of it is true. All right. But this whole situation with Cody and him testing out the theory. Okay. Can we just backtrack for a second? Cody's 3 wives are complaining. Well, I don't know if Mary was complaining or if she was just happy to be away from him. I don't know exactly when this happened, if it was during the catfishing thing or before or whatever. But definitely Janelle and especially Christine upset because Christine had the youngest one, of course, at home too. You know, Robin wasn't the only one with a young one. So Christine has got Truly here at home. He's never around. Never around. She gets him every 4 days. On her 4th day, he shows up at 6 p.m. at night and he leaves first thing in the morning to help Robin with the kids in the morning get their breakfast. And then eventually go to school when they become school age. Okay. She has a nanny, but he's got to go over there. All they get every 4 days is 6 p.m. They get 12 hours. They don't get a day. They don't get 24 hours with Cody. So all the rest of that time, he's at Robin's house. But now, to make up for it, just in case anyone was really keeping track, we're going to say, well, because Robin's house has this office, I'm there, but I'm not with her. I mean, I'm not seeing those little kids or anything. I'm not helping out. I'm not with Robin at all. Lies. Lies. All lies. Unbelievable that he thinks he's getting away with this. Unbelievable. And I just wish that they would call him out more. I wish that Christine on video would just say, today is a day. And didn't see Cody at all. Didn't come over at all. Next day. 4th day. This is Cody's day. We finished dinner. He's still not here. And then another video or a picture of him there. Oh, he showed up at 6:32 today. And then in the morning, he's taken off already. And then keep track of that for a month. Because in his mind, he thinks Christine got her day. Everyone's getting equal time. What are you talking about? He's not working for 8 hours in that office doing nothing. He's not. He is not. Listen, I've got 4 jobs and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm not sitting down. I could still have more time to see all of my family. It's a matter of what you want to do. He didn't want to be at Janelle or Christine's house. He wanted to be with Robin. But he can't tell the truth. Okay. I love how Christine said she was very specific in therapy about the fact that Cody wasn't over to the house. And all Robin could do was just deny and say, I don't know where he is. He's not in my house either. Liar. Yes, Crystal. She probably would. Throw her own kids out. I mean, it'll probably come in the next couple episodes or seasons where we see Robin throwing her own kids under the bus. She'll throw the other kids under the bus, and she'll throw the sister wives under the bus. She'll even throw Cody under the bus if it serves her. I'm waiting for the time that she throws her own kids under the bus. Yes. Okay. Betty B. Come on. All right. The creepy portraits. That's the same episode that I was talking about. So if you go back and watch it, and I can't remember, you could Google and find out which one it is. But that adoption episode, it was the creepy portrait delivery in that episode when the blonde who looks like the lady on the couch was standing next to Mary. Let me know if you think it is too. I think it is. All right. He has to leave early for those tenders, even though he couldn't put Christine's kids to bed. Yeah. Has to be there for Robin's kids, but when Christine's kids were small and she's like, can you please come over here at night to put my kids to bed? Because I've been watching all 13 of them all day and homeschooling them all, and I've been cooking all the meals, and now I have to go to work because I work the night shift. Can you just put my children to bed? Cody, no, not your day. That was pre-Robin. Unbelievable. All right. I know, laptop. That's probably why he hated that laptop so much. Not just that he's a bad gift receiver and that he just wants fun toys. It was probably like, oh, I have to work. I mean, he did say that, didn't he? He goes, oh, now I have to work. Yeah, mobily. But you know what's interesting? I also saw a clip of another episode just recently where he was at Janelle's house, and Peyton, Gabe, and Garrison were in a fight. Mostly Gabe and Garrison. Peyton was just kind of there. And like this fight's going on, and Janelle's trying to handle it, and the video cuts over to Cody. He has his laptop. He's going to use his laptop during the time in the evening when he's supposed to be with his kids. So they're up there carrying on, and he's sitting there as if he didn't even hear it, typing away on a laptop. And finally Janelle's like, can you please go talk to your kids? And he was like, So he used the laptop so that during the time, so he wasn't working during the day, he's doing his work at night. And didn't Christine say he was never available? He was always on his phone when he was over there. He was not available. The worst. The worst. Yeah, I'm sure Christine right now is like reflecting, going, why did I last so long? How did I last so long in this relationship? Yeah, Scarlett, I'm telling you. That it's your fault that I didn't love you? Okay. Let's continue on. For all of those who are following on the app or on the show, we are beginning after the break. Oh, no. Okay. Give it 32 more seconds. For some reason, when it's paused, when it gets closer to the end and I put it on pause, it tends to want to show a commercial again. Okay. Craziness. Yeah, I don't think it's Andrea if she had dark hair, because this lady at the party after the dedication was blonde for sure. Looked just like the gal on the couch, really did. I mean, it's hard because the gal on the couch you only see like this much of her face, but from straight on it really did look like her. Okay, we are at 27:05. Kathy, you know, Cody said, we're getting divorced, Mary, and it's your idea. That's why it went on so long, because she was like, yeah, no. All right. Let me turn this up, sorry. 27:05. Looks like Mary's.
So Robin came
Oh,
over
they're
today.
still talking.
She's asking me about like how Cody and Christine's relationship has been through the years and what was she missing and what doesn't she understand? And I'm like, Robin, I don't understand either.
I want answers. I want to understand. I want to get it. But unless there's a deal breaker going on,
Deal breaker.
like a real one, you can still figure that out. Like you go to counseling, you still try to figure that out.
Only if both parties want to.
Yeah, I guess so.
I get that Robin's
Thank you for
trying
putting
to
her
fix
in her
it and make
place,
it work,
Mary.
but she can't state what happens between Cody and Christine. They have made their decision. Robin's belief of unless there was a real deal breaker, that doesn't matter.
There were
What
no
Robin's
pickles
belief
involved.
doesn't matter in the situation.
Ooh,
I mean, hormone
what
marriage
Robin
is
believes
just
doesn't
hard.
matter.
It just is. I felt like certain people are more important to him than me or my kids.
Yep.
Ugh,
I felt like he wasn't spending enough time at my house.
she's mirroring
I felt
what
like
she's
that,
heard
like crazy.
that
So this is
Christine
just a
say.
plural marriage problem. It was just too much.
Maybe it was.
I don't know if there's something I'm missing.
Ugh,
That's why I'm asking Mary this. I wish I could ask Christine and Cody, but they're very skewed in the way that they're thinking right now. It's very much like everything is bad. And I'm looking for like the truth because I don't understand it. We all committed to this.
Yes.
And like that's that's tattooed into my soul sort
Right.
of feeling.
Yeah.
Because that's your family.
Right.
You still try to figure it out.
It would take everybody's interest and effort.
yet your mom was
Where did it
divorced
go?
and you were
I
divorced.
don't
This is all
understand.
BS.
Where did it go? Where's the interest? Where'd the effort? Where did it go?
I don't know, Robin. I can't answer that for
Where's
you.
the effort?
Relationships between sister wives
They didn't
flourish
try.
when a man can be equal with all of his wives. Equal in financial resources, equal in time, as best as he can to his ability. We're all human, right? And especially when a husband has a place that he goes because it's easier, he's respected. That makes it very, very hard for the sister wives to play on an equal playing field and to be open to relationships.
But like, I think that it has to do with the kids getting older and we don't need each other. And so it's like we go off and we do our own things.
Yeah, but I'm not done.
Well, I'm still here. When Janelle and Christine and I were first raising our oldest kids, I have so many good memories of that time.
That one's Mary. Okay, you're Mary. Isn't that cute?
We were there for each other. We had to be there for each other. But I think especially those oldest kids kind of created this bond with each other because of that. I know that Robin feels bad because she was wanting that for all of her kids, even the youngest two, and they just don't have that. I wish that we could have pulled it all together so that all the kids could have had that same experience. To me, this is the family. Being in Vegas is so part of the family.
Thank you.
Madison
This
and
needs to be the
Isabel.
nucleus. This
Yeah,
needs to be
but
the nucleus, and they come back and then they do
That's
this.
how I look at it.
Yeah,
They
I
come
feel the
back,
same
we go
way.
visit, but
Thanks.
it's not that. And it's not that
It
anymore.
kills me. It kills me. We just had the holidays, and my kids and Janelle's kids and Christine's kids and Mary's daughter, like nobody, there wasn't a lot of interaction. There were some, but it wasn't that family experience. I don't care what anybody else is doing. They're not, that's just a cheap version of
She
what our
doesn't
family
care.
was.
This is when she actually has emotions.
care.
I don't care. I don't care.
Who's getting together?
I don't care.
I don't care how many presents you give.
Doesn't matter.
And I don't care how many special foods you make.
She knows
or
exactly what's going
how
on.
many houses you rent. Or anything like that. It's a cheap version.
A cheap version.
It's a broken version.
That's mean. Actual tears. Because she's left out.
And these kids, they know it.
These kids.
I don't
She's blaming the
know
kids.
if or how it can be that anymore. Because Christine has left and so many kids gravitate to her. I mean, they said that last year, a year ago at Thanksgiving, Janelle's boys were saying that, well, whatever Christine does for Christmas or Thanksgiving, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I thought naively that we would be able to all get together again for holidays and family functions and still have family reunions together. Even with me leaving, I really felt like we could be mature enough and adult enough. But as of right now, I don't see that being possible. I just don't. There's so many things that are broken now. We're just not a family anymore.
we've been unwilling to change in the right ways to make this a functional family. Too many lines have been crossed. Too many times when we've gone, I've given. And now I'm sitting here going, I've given too much. And I don't have more of this to give. This is so dysfunctional.
Oh, so good.
And you just go, I don't want to live like this anymore.
Here's the thing. I still see value to the big picture family. Do I wish that we could all get our crap together and figure things out and have good relationships? Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know if that's even possible or if everybody is even willing or interested.
Love you. Good chatting.
Love you.
I need a reason why my family got blown to smithereens.
So Mackenzie and Avalon and Aspen are over. We're going to plan my 50th birthday party.
All right. That's a classic line right there. I do not remember that. Cody saying, I've given too much. He hasn't even given the bare minimum. And he thinks it's too much. That's great. Great. Oh, I forgot the lie. I remember when she said it before. They're just having a cheap version of Christmas. And those kids know it. It's almost like she's more mad at the kids than she is at Christine and Janelle. Those kids know it. It's a cheap Christmas. They can pretend like they're having special foods and time together in fancy houses. It was just a normal Airbnb house. But of course, if Robin would have rented it, it would have been a mansion. So in her mind, they got some big fancy, extraordinary house. Actually, it was kind of nice. Wasn't that the one that had the basement that Janelle and Christine went down and they talked in? I think that is it was kind of a nice house. But it was, it's just a normal looking house on the main floor. On the inside, it didn't look like something extravagant. Oh my goodness. And I love the line that Janelle said, which is polygamy works when the man can give equal time and resources to all his wives. Boom, mic drop. Could be like a quote that's put at the end of every single episode. Why doesn't it work? Why doesn't it work? I don't understand. What did I do? I give and give and give. What did I do? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the kids do gravitate towards good people. And they're not hanging out with you guys, so pull it together. It actually makes sense that Robin would turn it around. She's constantly stealing everyone else's stories and making them her own. Isn't that the truth? Oh, apples and bananas, and yeah, she takes what one wife says and then it becomes her own story. In the book too, there were a bunch of stories about her being raised that were like stories that Christine told about growing up too, just so that she sounded like she was a polygamist too. Yeah, she claims them as her own. So now everything that Christine has been complaining and feeling all these past years and nothing's been done, Robin's decided, yeah, I feel those too. My kids are wondering where their father is. He's never around. Ugh. All right. I just love OG3 laughing and having fun all the time despite change. Yes, I do too. I like it when they're happy. Yes. Well put, Crystal. Polygamy also works when the man works and brings home an income to help alleviate the stress and pressures of having such a large family. Not just is gone from the house for a long time, but is actually working. All right. They do warrior constants. You're right. Narcissistic traits run high in this family. All right. Okay, so we are in the very last segment now, people. We are at 42:30. for those who are following along, and play. We're at Christine's house.
So Mackenzie and Avalon and Aspen are over. We're going to plan my 50th birthday party.
Mom's 50th birthday. Oh my God, it's right around 50. I know. So it's a big birthday.
I love living so close to my girls. We do this all the time. We hang out all the time as much as possible.
Oh. We should do a 60s, no, a 50s. We should do a 50s theme for your 50th birthday.
A 1950s party? What? Yes.
Definitely. So costume required.
It's more fun to dress up. I'm just saying.
Ice cream bar.
Yes.
Old fashioned soda fountain.
Soda fountain, ice cream bar, all of it, sock hop. Yes, all of it.
Janelle's invited. Janelle wants to come really bad. We've already talked to Janelle about coming back from Flagstaff with me the week before.
I won't be inviting Cody or Robin or Mary. And the kids that I still have contact with and that I do things with, they'll all be invited. Yes, but not everybody. Time. So many of our family gatherings were tense. I didn't feel like I was really a wife. I just felt like a second-class citizen a lot of the time. So I really am only going to invite people that I really want to hang out with, that it's going to be easy and relaxing and no drama.
So Grandma Janelle is your ex-husband's mom. I think she's a no-go. And I think that Dad's best friend is a yes, because
Why?
no, Dad's best friend's a no. I think it's Dad's best friend doesn't work.
It's sticky situation. You know, it's weird to
No.
cross over like that, invite Cody's mom. I would never invite him. But I really love them a lot. I love a lot of Cody's family.
I can invite a certain celebrity,
And I'll see if I can get the contact information.
That's great. I'm talking to her. You should.
Just celebrity crush. I have a big, huge celebrity crush. That's all there is to it. And McKelty loves to harass me about it. And she got me a pillow with him on it and a blanket with him on it for Christmas.
Well, we didn't say names.
I'm gonna blush. I blush every freaking time. It's so embarrassing. Okay, listen, Shamar Moore. When he says baby girl, I melt every single time. He's just beautiful. I'm looking forward to an uncomplicated birthday. There's always this underlying tension, always. And I don't have that anymore. And for my birthday, I won't have that anymore. And gosh, I'm really excited for it. All right. Coming up on a year next month since my mom passed away. She had been running the bed and breakfast, and I'm on my way up there again. You know, I've always been a traveler. I like to travel. I love doing road trips. I love listening to audiobooks. And it's getting to be a lot. My friend Jen is a godsend. She's been living there and taking care of it. I've also been working on growing my online clothing business as well. So I am making some changes. I am going to move my clothing business to Southern Utah. I have been splitting myself between locations like so much that I need to get it all together. It causes me a lot of anxiety because this is like a big shift, a big move. And I don't know what it's going to do, you know, within the family. And maybe it won't do anything. Maybe everybody will be like, peace out, sayonara, bitches. You know, like, I don't know. Maybe they'll be glad for it. I really don't know. I'm nervous to talk to Robin about it because I think that she's going to feel like blaming as well, which I know she doesn't want. I haven't
No, she
discussed this
doesn't.
really with anybody except for Jen. Like, I
even told Robin yet. I'm gonna tell her before I even tell Cody, just because I know that she's gonna care. He's not gonna give a flying rat's ass. So Robin has been very, very clear with me and been like, please don't leave. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me to do this alone. And and I'm like, what alone? Cody? He and I don't have a relationship. Christine has left. I don't know where him and Janelle stands. I'll still come back to Flagstaff. You know, I mean, it's not like I'm moving away from there. I'm just going to spend more concentrated time being able to work the businesses together at the B&B once we get to that point. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the family. I'm not leaving Cody. Cody has basically left me already.
You know, things are very obviously broken, really broken between Mary and Cody. And Mary keeps holding out hope. I think that something will happen. But Cody doesn't speak really kindly to her. He doesn't really watch out for her. It's very sad.
I'm always hoping, no matter what the struggle is in a marriage, I'm hoping that it's viable, that we can fix it. Christine's been complaining about plural marriage for 15 years, but we never did fix the problem. She just laughed. Mary and I are in a very different place where we have taken the time to vet whether this is going to work. It's not just a leave.
I'm not oblivious to the fact that Cody has had conversations about me and has been pretty direct in his non-interest of healing a relationship. But he's never had that conversation with me, and I don't think it's fair for us to make any decisions about our relationship without the two of us having had that conversation.
He doesn't
I
communicate
saw
with
Cody
anybody.
string Mary along for years, and it was mean and cruel.
Yep.
And I saw that he would have done the same thing to me if I would have stayed.
Next time on Sister Wives.
What's next?
Professional kind for things.
Like the professional kind, yeah. Oh my God, what if I suck at kissing? So I haven't said anything to Robin yet. So I'm planning on moving my clothing business, and I need to let Robin know, and I feel like she's the only one who's really going to care.
This is done. Like, you've made your decision.
It causes me a lot of anxiety, but yes.
I have an appointment to meet with Cody. I have not seen him in about 6 weeks.
I do think I want to stay separated.
Really, you want to stay separated?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not really inclined to stay in this relationship with Cody. I don't feel like I'm getting what I deserve from him.
Unbelievable. This season was packed. I did not know all this happened in the first 5 episodes. Doesn't it seem like every single episode has just been like a bomb, a bomb, a bomb? No wonder I started this channel. I was probably like, what's happening? Oh, everyone take a moment and hit the like button. Thanks so much. I appreciate it if you do. Helps the channel. Helps the channel. The channel grows. I'll still be here. Okay. Cody thinks he's giving too much. Okay. I have no notes on the whole Christine conversation with her kids. Like, that was kind of one of those throwaway scenes. It was almost like an Aurora getting her ears pierced. Not that bad, but it was filler. It was, nothing of no substance in the whole conversation. Except that McKelty was asking for really weird people. Well, we should have Dad's best friend come, right? No. Okay. And then this Mary situation at the end gets good again because Mary is really good about expressing her feelings to everyone but Cody. And maybe she expresses them to him and he listens and then changes his mind, or maybe she just gets nervous when she's around him, because really the truth is the last time we really saw them on a date together during COVID, well, she did come out in the car and say, I'm waiting for you. And then he said, I'm not coming. And then she said, I know. So it was just a weird exchange that made no sense. And then it was kind of the same kind of thing. Actually, I think it was the same date now that I think about it. That they were, it must have been COVID-ish times, and they were sitting out in a park, and then until it eventually got dark, and they were just using their cell phones to kind of light up and record. And Cody was just mean to her. He's just so mean to her. But I feel like she says part of what she's thinking without completely expressing everything that she feels deep down inside. And Cody just doesn't get that. You have to be black and white with Cody. This is what I see you doing. This is what I need. Can you fill this need? If not, you need to tell me you need to divorce me, because that's your responsibility as a husband, to fill this need. Can you do that? And I don't think she was ever that specific with them. The whole family likes to talk around in circles, don't they? Sometimes too much therapy, not a good thing. They may be over-therapized. And I find it interesting that she's so nervous to talk to Robin. And I love how she really does put Robin on blast here by saying, Robin keeps saying, please don't leave me, please don't leave me to do this alone. I mean, we knew it. She's implied it before, but for her to come right out and say, I'm really nervous because this is what Robin keeps saying. Don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. She's begging Mary to stay. Begging for what? That's a horrible friend and a horrible sister and a horrible sister wife. No one who really cares about somebody begs for them to stay in a toxic situation for their own benefit because it benefits them. Doesn't make any sense. That's like me seeing my sister in this terrible, abusive, narcissistic relationship, and she's just beaten down by it all and a shell of herself. But her husband is a gardener, and he takes care of my lawn for free and does my landscaping. So I keep telling her she's got to stick around. It's the same thing. She is completely using Mary. 1 for resources, 2 for television time. If all the sister wives go, there's no show. 3 to just have somebody in her back pocket so that when she needs to call on her, she can. But Mary admitted in the show that it had been how long? Well, that's coming up, I think, in this next episode. How long it had been since she had seen Robin's kids. And that she would call and text and Robin wouldn't return. Or they would plan to do something and then Robin would cancel. Always right before. Actually, I think some of that was revealed by Jen in the look back. Look back? Is that what that was called? Talk back? Look back. Look back. And she was in that one. I think that was Jen spilling the beans for us. Yes. Okay. A few more things in chat here and we will wrap it up. Desiree thinks the show's about to run its course. I thought it did last season because it made me think of Vanderpump Rules, which I watched. I don't know if I talked about this on James's live. It was, I don't know. I stuck with it it was good at the beginning, and then there were the dry years, and then they almost got rid of it. And then all of a sudden at the very end, last season, major drama happens. And all of a sudden it's the talk of the town, and they're on GMA, and they're being on the cover of People magazine, and like it's going everywhere. It's going viral. Everyone's starting YouTube channels to talk about it. I was watching all of it. I was taking it all in. And then this season, I'm done. Not watching it anymore. If there is another season, I don't know. And so my fear was, I think this might be the same. It seems like the same pattern for Sister Wives. Good at the beginning, great. We're all interested. It's fascinating. The marriage drama, the honeymoon drama, everything. And then all of a sudden there were kind of the dull years where it was just sort of situations of going on a picnic or putting vacations in there. I don't know. They say people like to watch these families go on vacations. I don't know why. I get it with the housewives because they put them in situations where they're away from their family and they're drinking a lot. So it creates drama because they're forced to live in a house together and they normally don't. They all have their own houses. But this is a family. Putting them on a vacation I get nothing out of it. I get nothing out of it. But I think that they were just desperate. He makes Sister Wife so much more palatable. It's funny. Come on, TLC. I'm constantly telling people to watch your show too. I mean, it's horrible. I'm also cutting. They probably won't for the number of times I've said, TLC, you're the worst. Can go back and look at my stuff. They might be like, yeah, maybe not her. All right. So then all of a sudden, Sister Wives, in the same fashion, spikes last season. Actually, the last 2 to 3 seasons, because as soon as COVID hit, it was crazy. And so I thought it would be a really downer this year because, like, you can't top all the wives leaving. It's called Sister Wives. And I thought, oh, we're going to see more of these planning 50-year-old birthday parties and that type of stuff. And Janelle and Christine on their road trip. It was sweet. It was cute because I like both of them. It was nice to see them happy, but I don't think it's sustainable to have all those kind of things over and over and over again. And I thought that's what we were going to get. But according to the trailer, it doesn't really look like it. And I think that trailer was just for the first half of the season. I mean, they may have strategically kept Garrison out of the trailer just to not create controversy and have everyone complain that, like, why would you put that on TV? We know it's going to be on TV. We know Janelle already agreed to it. We know she agreed to have cameras continue to run after he passed away. So it's going to be on. But there will be a lot of people complaining when that does happen. And I get it if they do. I get it. But I think that's going to be the second half of the episode. I think everything we've seen so far in here is not the whole season. I think, you know how they do that? They'll like show half the season, then all of a sudden the second half, they just did that on Welcome to Plathville. They're like, now coming up on the rest of Welcome to Plathville this season, and then it was like another teaser. So I think that's when we're going to see the stuff about Garrison and everything else, and what's got to be a major unraveling of Cody. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's a mess all the time, so I can only imagine. There's no way he's going to be able to keep his mouth together when extra stressors are going on, because he can't handle day-to-day life, nor less extra stressors. All right. Okay. Happy birthday again, Morticia. I hope they get a spin-off. I might lose my mind after 2 more seasons. I get that. I think the only way a spin-off is going to work, though, is if they can get some of the kids to be involved in it. I'm interested, but I can't see 13 episodes, an hour long, talking about Janelle and Christine's life. I mean, if you follow their Instagrams and that, you know, it's pretty bland. It's cute. It's nice. And I'm happy for them. But I just don't think it's going to sustain a show. But start putting the kids on it and having them reflect back in their lives and talk about what they were thinking in this situation and maybe even discuss Robin and Cody. Then we have a show. So I think that's what's going to have to happen in order for a spinoff to work. But I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I mean, because like, even though they drive us crazy, the truth is we're sitting here talking about it because of Robin and Cody. I just don't want them to get another dime. So if we had other kids talking about their situations with Robin and Cody, well, now we have something good going, something better than Robin and Cody. But I just don't know if those kids are going to do it. They're pretty tight-lipped. I mean, maybe if they really show them the money, TLC bucks up and says, all right, this is what we'll give you, then maybe. Misty Braun. Yeah. Well, the therapist didn't seem great, did they? No. Brittany just thinks everybody just needs to swear and cuss at each other. Get it out. Just get it out. I wonder if Janelle felt much better after she did that. All right. Cody knew if Mary jumped ship about bringing Robin in, Janelle and Christine would too. And then there's no show and then there's no Robin. I agree. I think the show was excited about bringing in another wife. They thought, okay, this is going to make a show because clearly there's going to be bumps no matter how much they pretend it's good. Um, hmm. Okay, Fifi said, I remember another YouTuber showed where McKelty supposedly hacked her mom's account and said Christine was going live with a sale, but she popped up on the live and said it was not Christine. Okay, I don't know. You're referring to something somebody else said. I don't know what that is. Let's see here. Mary's extremely delusional and has been all these years. I don't think she is as much. I mean, she kind of is about the price point of her worthy up stuff. But I think she's starting to see clearer. I think the fog is clearing for Mary. But I agree, all these years, such denial, such denial. Picture of that horse, poor horse. What did Robin's shirt say? I thought it was a dig about herself, and I thought, wow, this is a side of Robin I've never seen before, where she's actually like taking digs at herself, and I'm like, well, this might be an interesting twist, but it wasn't. I misread it. I don't remember what it said. Anyway, it was something benign about, I don't know, living in the country. All right. We don't have any good shows. Forbidden Love, not my bag. I haven't watched Forbidden Love because I'm doing Welcome to Plathville. I can't do more than 2 shows at a time. Not and have my other 2 jobs. So I gotta make a choice. So I haven't seen 1 episode of Forbidden Love, to be honest with you all. I gotta cut it off somewhere. Kathy Spirey says, when I first started it really was to learn something new about religion I wasn't familiar with, but over the years, you just cannot help be drawn into that. 100% my story. It's 100% my story. I was like, well, I don't understand, and who would ever choose to do this? Like, I wasn't at all judgmental of Cody at the beginning. It was, if anything, I came, and I didn't even come in with judgment. I was just confused by it all. And it just fascinated me, just like Scientology confuses me. I'm kind of fascinated by it, not really in a great way, but I just don't understand. But then I've never been in a cult either, so I don't understand cult mentality and that. In terms of if you're in a situation that's really bad, why you don't leave it. Or just being in abusive situations. People, it doesn't have to be cult. It can just be that. Oh, you much prefer watching Jenny. Thank you. I don't know what that was in response to, but I appreciate you. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the quote of the day. Usually it's the quote of the week, but oh, good question. Does anyone know what Janelle's going to grow on the 150 some acres of land she has now? I know she's growing stuff. I mean, if nothing else, she's probably going to grow. I would say my guess would be 10 different things, but not a lot of anything. Like 3 tomato plants, and a couple cucumber plants, and she'll have like this huge area that she gardens, and it's all just for her family and her extended family and whoever. But she has the ability to mass produce it and turn it into a real business. She has the land to do that. So maybe that's the plan. I'm going to start making some stuff for myself and what I like. Then I'm going to start using my garden, and people can buy fresh from Janelle. Fresh stuff that she makes. Yeah. That's a good business model right there. She already has the following. And everybody likes fresh food. All right. Oh, right. I'm like, what am I looking for here? Not my Sister Wives book. I'm looking for the quotes. Let's see. The next quote on my list of quotes says, oh, that's the one from last week. Peace is your inner calm when there's an outer storm. I cut and pasted it. Okay, forget it. Let me just go to my notes app to make it easier so I didn't have to go into these quotes. Okay, here we are. Don't know who quoted this either. I don't know where I heard it, but I wrote it down. Somebody said once, show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. Deep, people, deep. You can't say family because you can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. So show me who your friends are, and I'll show you who you are. They are a reflection of us, 100%. Okay. Saturday, I'm going to see you all again. It's going to be awesome. Let me click on chat here. Brandy, they are going to do something about Garrison because Janelle agreed to it. But right after he passed, she agreed. And I'm sure she has the right to pull it at the last minute, but I think that it's going to be on the show. Well, that's true. If you're going into it and you don't recognize it as a cult, but you recognize it as something you want to embrace, then there's probably something lacking and you're just going to buy into it. So when things go wrong, you're not going to see it because you so badly want it to be the thing that's filling the void that you have in your life. You're welcome. I'm here. I'm here to serve. In small doses. I can't watch all the shows. All right. Good. Ooh, we're in all caps today, people. I'm screaming at you. Good night. Whoops, not 1-1. Exclamation marks. Love ya all. You make it so much fun. Thank you so much for being here. Please, on your way out, if you haven't hit the like button, do so. Helps the channel. Helps the channel. You can leave a comment on your way out. Actually, if your comment is 3 words or more, then that helps the algorithm. So if you're going to hit good night, say, good night, Jenny. Or good night, sister friends. I'm learning as I go. Give me 5 years. I'll get it together. So good to see you all. You take care. See you on Saturday night. We'll be doing it again.